Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Jehovah's Witnesses, the information I'm going to share with you is information from another source, another religion that you was involved with, and they too say they have the truth. They too use 1914, and they will show that their number system is identical to yours. The reason that, Jehovah's Witnesses, because some of your numbers like 1914 and your past numbers that some of y'all don't remember because y'all don't go through your old publications and read them and see them for yourselves. But this religion is going to classify some of these numbers. I had to cut it in half, some of the numbers, because it would be way too much. But I'm going to be focusing on few of the numbers system so you will know some of these numbers was in your publications. The reason why is because no one knows when the hour is going to come when God tells Christ to judge the earth. So that means time is running out for the whole earth. And this is a fear factory that religions use this to keep you into their religion. For what reason? The great tribulation of Armageddon. You don't become a Jehovah's Witness, if you don't join this other religion, you doom. Without religion, you will die. But you won't die if you just read the Bible. Armageddon is not a bad thing. It's only bad for the wicked, not for the good. But religion makes you think that everything around you is bad if you're not in religion. But that's not true. Christians don't join religions. They read the Bible. That's the reason why we know what the real Great Tribulation is. And we don't fear it because we know by getting out of false religion, we became wiser and smarter and knowing the future, which a bunch of people don't know. And false religion, they have no clue. Jehovah's Witnesses, you think you're the only ones that use 1914 and use this saying, the prophecy of the Bible is fully supported by the physical facts and fulfillment thereof shows that the second coming of Christ dates from the fall of the year of 1914. And of the great prophecy bearing upon us this point is that the set forth in the 24th chapter of Matthew. You're not the only one, Jehovah's Witnesses, uses 1914. You're not the only one preaching about 1914. Actually, Jehovah's Witnesses, you stole 1914 and some of your teaching from another religion. And I'm going to prove this on this audio from a different religion. Like I said, we're going to be concentrating 1874, 1914. There's your date, Jehovah's Witnesses, 2,520 years. And you hear the ridiculous of this religion about some of these dates. And these few dates up top, I didn't want to get into it because that was from far past history that we don't even know, but they, some reason, they know these dates. But we're just going to be concentrating on some of these other dates. So let's get into it.
The 2520 years you find in Volume 2. All the rest you find discussed in Volume 3. 1843 was the date that William Miller anticipated the Lord to return. Now, he believed that the 2300 years would end at that date. I think his reasoning is correct. Many of the brethren today use 1846, as you'll find in Volume 3. We're not going to detail too much on that variety of just a few years, but this is the point. The 2300 years bring us to the crescendo or the climax of the Adventist movement. And through that Adventist movement, many of the threads of thought that we embrace today were published, developed, and distributed, even though not all of the leaders of that movement agreed with all of them. William Miller himself, for instance, did not. But you had people like Henry Grew and others declaring that the Trinity was not proper and giving their sound reasons for it. You had publications against the immortality of the soul and for a greater hope for the world of mankind. And all of this was part and parcel of cleansing the sanctuary class from the old defiling errors. Now that brings us finally to 1874, the end of the 1335 years. And on this passage, we find a beginning pointer for the harvest and the return of Christ. Now, in the passage itself, in Daniel, the 12th chapter, very, very few clues as to what this 1335 days would bring us to. However, when you turn to Daniel, the 12th chapter, you'll see that the whole thrust of prophecy up to that point has been bringing us to the time when, as Daniel 12:1 says, Michael shall stand up, the great prince that stands for the children of thy people. There should be a time of trouble such as never was, and all those found in the book of life will be delivered in verse 2, the resurrection of the dead. So all of this is something that takes place after the return of Christ. Now, most of the brethren today believe that Michael was the same as our Lord Jesus.
So in other words, in their religion, some believe he is Michael, others believe he is not Michael. So this religion basically don't have 100% fact Jesus is Michael.
I think there's good evidence. It's not as crisply stated as we might wish, but I think there's good sound evidence for this view. And to stand up, if you look in the 11th chapter of Daniel, it appears at least 4 times, and always when a king comes to the throne, he stands up. So at some point, Michael
stands up don't mean a king. It means stands up, he's fighting for a group of people.
Will become vested with kingly authority. So all of this tells us that Daniel 12 is about the Lord's return. And when you go to Daniel 12, verse 12, blessed is he that waiteth and cometh to that period. You only got 2 clues to find out what is going to happen then. You're going to be blessed if you're waiting. And do you remember what Jesus says in Luke, the 12th chapter? You should be like men who are waiting for their Lord to return. And if you are, blessed are those servants who are doing that. And the blessing is the rich repast of spiritual truth that would come at that time. So have we been waiting? Did we come to that point collectively as a group? We did. Have we received that spiritual repast of the understanding of the truth? I believe we have. So that's the fulfillment. And finally, the 2520 brings us to the next step of Daniel chapter 12, the time of trouble, such as never will be again. And I think that unleashed in 1914 with a series of 2 world wars and other difficulties that finally take us to Armageddon. So that's the list. That you're familiar with. That is...
Okay, let's stop there. There's your list. There's the false dates. on this website, jwfacts.com, facts about Jehovah's Witnesses, changing dates, failed prophets, predictions. And you see the dates that I showed you earlier, that here Russell's chronology shows that mean these dates was on the same chart. You can see up there 1799, 1874, 1914. And you see, Jehovah's Witnesses, the Bible students, today, what you just heard, is teaching the same thing, just like you, making people believe that they know about the Great Tribulation. They even mentioned on this audio that it wasn't teaching in the United States, but in the other lands, since they claim they don't have a governing body, so I don't know where they get their information from, but they predicted that in 1980 that something was supposed to happen, but they used something else that they dig information that they use it to cover up their Armageddon, just like in 1968, Watchtower predicted that in 1975 that the world was going to end. Remember, your governing body at that time in early 1990s was the vice president. Before 1970, said, sundown, October the 5th, 1975 will end. And 1976 gonna start. Freddie Franz. So Jehovah's Witnesses, you're not the only one teaching about 1914. And you're not the only one teaching that time is running out. Join Watchtower, join the Bible students, join other religions. Because if you do, salvation is through them. But it's not, Jehovah's Witnesses. Salvation and knowledge is from the Bible. That's the reason why a bunch of people has got out of false religion, got out of Watchtower, got out of Bible students, other religions. The truth is in the Bible. It's always been there. It's your interpretation and deceiving is trying to bring people into false religion to keep them from accurate knowledge from the Bible. People, you need to be educated. That's the reason the internet is there. That is the thing that I believe that God made for us through men, or gave men the knowledge to build the internet. This is the preacher of the things, teaching people about their false religions. All you have to do is use the internet on your religion. You'll find out the fact your religion has been lying to you all these years. I hope this information will help you to understand. Get out of false religion. Go to the Bible. Thank you.